Hello, my friends. This is Jeannie. Welcome back. For those who are first-time visitors, welcome and thank you. Today is the big day. Today is the day that all channels participating in the Spring Hop for 2017 will be posting their project videos. What we have is 10 different channels participating in the Hop. We are all creating, or we all created, spring themed projects. We all agreed to post those projects today, the 20th. And all you have to do to be entered into the drawing for the prizes being given away as part of the Hop is 1, visit all of the channels participating in the Hop, and I do believe we are 10. All the channels will be linked down below so that it will be very, very easy for you to find the channels. You visit the channels, subscribe to all of the channels, watch all of the project videos, and leave a comment in all of the project videos. So you should be subscribing to 10 channels and leaving 10 comments, my friends, after watching 10 videos. So easy peasy. I have been teasing the projects that I said I would be making. My last teaser, I showed a lot of the products that I used to make my flipbook. So I won't go into too much detail about that, except to say that it is heavily inspired by Doodlebug. I used the Doodlebug Easter Express 6x6 paper pad, the Doodlebug Easter Express ephemera pack. I also use some Craftsmith watercolor paper, and I believe that's the name of the pad. It's a watercolor pad, and so it's called watercolor. It is a 12 by 12 pad. I used a couple of sheets from that. I also used some washi, a lot of Wink Stella, but most of what I used to give this book the character that it has is the 6x6 paper pad by Doodlebug and the ephemera, both Easter Express. And the most exciting part about this flipbook for me is that it has a slider element. Check that out. So here is the flipbook that I made. I am so happy with the way it turned out. Look at this, guys. How cute is she? How cute. Look at her. I love it. So she is basically hopping up to her little friend there. Hippity happity, happy Easter. Here in the corner, I also put a little pop-up of the sentiment springtime. This is all from the ephemera pack. This is a die cut right here, Happy Easter, and this is one of the cut aparts from the 6x6 paper pad. This is some washi, and in the background here for the sky and the stitch hillside, that is the watercolor paper. Gorgeous. Loving the way that turned out. So you open it this way. Here is what you'll see when you open it that way. Here we have some of that Easter Express paper. This is just some embossed paper that I picked up at Tuesday morning a long time ago. These are train cars from the ephemera set. This banner here is another one of the cut aparts. I inked everything with some distress inks. Of course, that color is picked raspberry. I also use, I don't know if you can see it, I use my Nuvo crystal drops right here. There they go. And a lot of glitter and a lot of glossy accent. Can you see? There you go. On my jelly beans, on the tips of the paintbrush. A lot of Wink and Stella on the eggs. So super excited with the way this turned out. This is a pocket back here, so that you can slide some goodies back there. This is going to be part of a rack that I'm going to send someone, so I'm not going to show the goodies, but there you go. That's what you see when you open the book. Then there's this page, also ephemera. This banner was part of the ephemera. I just stamped the word spring using sketchy letters or sketch letters. It's a mama elephant alpha stamp. This hello is a die cut. And these flowers were also part of the ephemera pack. I did go in and add some Nouveau Crystal Drop enamel dots right there, and a lot of glitter. That is a stitched hillside border in the background. And again, this hillside right here creates a pocket behind it so I can tuck some items in there. Okay, so then you open the book this way. My gosh, let me see if I can move this back a little bit so you can see the whole book. So then you open the book that way. On, whoopsie, on this end here, we have a little chickie. She's coloring up eggs. These are more of those cut apart sentiments that were in the book. I basically cut them out, added a little fishtail at the end, inked them up, popped them up, and that's what we have. Beautiful. And again, this pocket back here, this creates a pocket where you can tuck in some items. And this is my favorite. This was a big experiment for me right here, but I think it turned out really, really well. So these are more cut aparts that came with the ephemera, not this. That's a stamp set that I use. I think it's called, boy, I don't even remember what it's called. But I believe it is by Lawn Fawn. I think it's some little birdie or Bird Talk. Bird Talk. There it is, Bird Talk. So I went in and you see I used my glossy accent to give the eggs on the tree a little bit of dimension, and some glass on the house, some dimension. We have some stitched clouds and a stitched sun. Super cute, but watch. This comes down, and look what we have here. That's a little birdie Brad and a cloud with the sentiment, wishing you happiness and sunshine. And then this comes up. Goodness. And up here, these are all part of the ephemera pack. Easter, the little eggs, the chickies and the eggs, some carrots. Here you can now really see the whole Easter train. I used more of my Nouveau Crystal Drops to add some dimension and interest. Behind each of these stitched hillsides, these are all pockets that you can tuck things in. Here's the bottom. Easter Bunny, Hip Hop. I have a little field of carrots, a little basket. Like the Easter Bunny's getting ready to go, go, go. So I'm super happy with the way that turned out. Super, super, super happy with the way that turned out. So it closes this way, this way, this way. I love this. This is my first slider element. And yes, that is what I used the penny for, to create the little slider here. And then on the back, this is a sheet of that 6x6 paper pad, Easter Express. I used it to line the back. So that is the flip book. I'm super excited with the way that it turned out. I am not going to keep it for myself. No, no, no. I'm going to send that off as Happy Mail to someone. Then, if you remember, I showed you a big jumbo chalkboard egg in my last teaser video. And I said that I was going to try to do some mixed media type project with that egg, and depending on how it turned out, I would share it. Well, I was happy with the way it turned out, so I will share it. This is the finished product for that egg, and I am super happy, super, super happy with the way it turned out. Let me see if I can get this. That doesn't help. I'm trying to get it so that you don't get so much shine off of it, but oh well. This is the egg. Believe it or not, this is that same egg that I showed in that teaser video. And if you didn't get to see the before of this, you really should, because it's a totally different egg than the one I showed. Now, This project for me was a little out of my comfort zone because one, I was not working on a flat surface. I was working on an egg. And two, I used a lot more embellishments that I am accustomed to using. If you watch my videos, if you see my projects, you know I like clean and simple, but I wanted to use a lot of the flowers, or at least some of the flowers that I have been stashing, really hoarding for years. Beautiful flowers. I decided I wanted to use them. Petaloo flowers, Prima flowers, some Michael's paper flowers, and that's what I did. So I mean, I can go into the projects that the product that I use to make this egg, but it was a lot of different things. That's the thing with mixed media. I just, or at least for me, I use usually whatever's on my desk. I have a couple of bins labeled mixed media. I pull out stuff from there. I recently bought some mixed media products that I wanted to test. I use that here. So I will show you some of the products, but not all of the products that I used. I used the Nuvo crystal drops. I used 4 different colors. I think one was dark walnut. One was a beautiful wood wedge blue. The other bright gold and antique rose. I used some of my dilution paints. These are the 3 colors that I used. Dirty Martini, Calypso Teal, beautiful color, love that one. Fresh Lime. Okay, I also used some of the Nouveau Mousse that I recently purchased. So recent, actually, I haven't even done a haul video on these yet. I was so excited when I got them that I decided to use them right away. I used Cornflower Blue, which is this gorgeous blue. This is, oh, what is this color here? This one is called Spring Green. Beautiful color. And I think this is a gold, Indian gold. Beautiful color. I also used some Distress Collage Medium and some they're both Distress Collage Medium. One is a clear, one is a tinted. Has a little tint to it to kind of give it more of a vintage look to it. So that, and there's a paper product I used. Sorry. I used this Tim Holtz Ideology tissue wrap. This is actually what I started with. I wrapped the egg, or what I did, okay, it was a black egg. It's a difficult color to work with. So there was a layer of gesso. I thinned down some gesso. I coated the egg. Then I applied this beautiful paper, and you can see the butterfly. You see this butterfly here? That's this butterfly here on the paper right there. So basically I took enough of this paper to cover the egg. I kind of fussy cut the butterfly out, applied that on last because I knew I wanted it to be featured. And then from there I just applied different things. I applied the tinted collage media. I applied the Nouveau Mousse, the different paints behind the butterfly to just give it some dimension. My goodness, I used a stamp and some StazOn ink to stamp some writing around the egg. These are those Nouveau drops, crystal drops. I use that to outline and kind of detail the butterfly so that it just popped a little bit more. The eyes, look at the eyes. Those are 2 stick pins, believe it or not. Those are 2 stick pins. Yep. Then I had a bunch of Petaloo flowers, Prima flowers, Michael's, $1.50 spot flowers, and I use that to line the bottom of the egg to kind of create a field, a spring field of flowers. And some of the Petaloo, I think it's called Petaloo Ephemera, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I got these. Here you go. I got these at Tuesday Morning a long time ago, like last year. Maybe even the year before that. And I finally got around to using them. They are called floral ephemera. That is where I got the stems from with the beads. I used it in a pink, purple, and a peachy color, and you can see here I used some hot glue. Getting that to stick was tricky, but the best thing about it is that it kind of has like a bend to it, so you can pose the stems, and I was able to kind of bend them so they took the shape of the egg. So I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with the base. I had this. I thought maybe I would put some moss on top of this and stick it on there, or I might just leave it just like that. I don't know. I like simple better. So I don't know. What do you think? Should I add moss to the base and then sit this on top so it looks like an egg sitting in a grassy field of flowers? Or do I leave it just like that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know that I'm going to keep the egg. I might send it to someone. I really might. So those are my Easter or spring themed projects, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. I encourage you to visit all of the other participants, check out their projects. That's what I'm going to do. And be on the lookout for the winners to be announced on the 22nd. A big shout out and thank you to Snap Diva 1 for putting this together. I had so much fun. This is my first hop here on YouTube. Super excited. I wasn't sure, because there's a lot of pressure to get these projects done on a timeline, and I am a slow crafter. Yes, I am. So I was a little nervous, but at the same time, it did motivate me to, set a schedule, stick to it, and it did motivate me to finally share one of my mixed media projects. Super excited with both projects and the way they turned out. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, my friends. I hope you will visit me again. Until next time. Bye-bye.